Okay, so with cameras, first of all, you probably need something to animate or something to film. So I'm just going to quickly throw together in literally like 2 seconds a simple ball bounce. I'm not even going to concern myself with getting the squash and stretch down. I just need something to film. Okay, so when we go there, this is our, that's our ball bounce, right? There's not much to it. Now, a couple of different things you can do. If I am looking at it, I can, with it being 15 frames, there's no reason to have 15 different camera angles. And that's something that students will struggle with initially is they'll want to put in 12 different camera angles for a 30-second shot. And usually one camera angle with maybe a slight movement is usually best. Or sometimes even a static camera can be best. It all depends on what you're doing. If you have a several minute feature film, if you have it on one camera angle, it gets boring pretty quick. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we move on. But for right now, all I want to do is just show you how to pull out some cameras and some different techniques. So right now we are actually looking through a camera. This persp is a camera. It's the perspective camera. We render out through the camera. The problem with the perspective camera is you can't keyframe it. You're just kind of stuck. So what I want to do is I want to create a new camera. And to create a new camera, you go Create, Cameras, Camera. That's as hard as it is. What that does is that puts a camera right in the center of your scene. So now we have this beautiful green camera, and I can start filming with it. Now I can come in and I can keyframe this camera just like I would keyframe any normal camera. So I can come in, look at this ball, set a keyframe, move over a few frames, try to have the camera follow the ball, and set a keyframe. We walk through that. Well, where's the problems with that? Anybody foresee any problems with me doing that? What? We have no idea what the camera's looking at. So before you get too crazy in keyframing the camera, you probably want to look through the camera first. So if I have the camera selected and I go to Panels, Perspective, Camera 1, because this is the first camera I've brought out, right now I'm looking through this camera. Now if I don't select anything else, I still have the camera selected. So I can come in on frame 1, set a keyframe, come down to frame 8, set a keyframe, and now the camera is going to move right along with the ball. Now obviously that's not a very good camera angle because I'm not truly getting a chance to see the ball. So I might want to come in and make some adjustments and set up another keyframe. Okay, so that sets up another angle, and that actually is a better angle. Looking at that, it's a little jarring, just the nature of it, but it looks a lot better than it did before. So you can go in and pull out cameras like that and keyframe them. Keyframing cameras is a really easy, fun way to do it. Another option you have, and I'm going to go back to my perspective, another option you have for this is to go to Create, Cameras, Camera, and Aim. What this does is this creates a camera with a little point on it. That point, wherever that point is, that camera is going to follow it. So what we can do is we can get a good establishing shot. We can get our camera in a good position, take this little ball on the end, move this little ball inside of my bigger ball, and if I use the parent command, so select my, I always get the order reversed, but we'll try it one way, and if it doesn't work, we'll try it the other way. Select the point, select the ball, hit P. I believe that's the right way, and that parents that little point to the ball. So wherever that ball goes, the camera's going to follow it. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. Okay, right now that looks crazy. But part of the problem is where I have the camera situated. So I can actually come in and move the camera to an outside view. Let me try to fix that a little. And that right there shows me the view a little bit better. The movement isn't too much. It's just kind of there. So essentially, really, that's it as far as cameras are concerned, and as far as we want to get today. We'll go in depth on this a little bit more on Monday, and we'll talk about rendering. But for right now, that's enough to get you in trouble and enough to get you started. So we'll go ahead and stop this recording. I'll put it on the server, and that gives you a little bit more you can work off of.